Who the hell are you?
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
So, the Dynasty Warriors video games finally got a live-action adaptation. Unlike the Three Kingdoms TV show that is more grounded in reality as a serious drama, Netflix's Dynasty Warriors takes those same historical characters and events and turns them into a less shrunk version of Kung Fu Hustle. The same as the video games did. And it definitely hits all of the nostalgia boxes for me, as a fan of the PlayStation 2 series. You've got visually spot-on character designs, insanely acrobatic weapon attacks, and even a rockin' soundtrack featuring guitar riffs. Characters fly through the air, controlling the elements to mow through dozens of troops in a single strike. I was very surprised to see just how game-inspired this movie is. It's got everything down to the cheesy English dub. I didn't expect much walking into this. In fact, I put this movie off for a long while because my expectations were so low. Dude, I came out of this screaming for a sequel.
Alright. See what's going on with this Dynasty Warriors right here. Hey, alright, this is pretty good. It's got good action. CG's a little iffy. Dialogue's a little cheesy. But hey, this is alright, man. What? That can't be the end of the movie! There's gotta be more! Man, I gotta have my Dynasty Warriors fix. I can't go on without my Dynasty Warriors fix. I want more! Give me more!
So, let's hop into this one so I can show you just what I'm crying about. We start off with the Yellow Turban Rebellion, which is a war that can be summed up as a bunch of hippies clamoring for power, so that they can sit around and smoke incense all day long. They should be simple enough to deal with, but they've got that good incense that turns Yellow Turbans into the zombies from Kingdom. It's here that we're introduced to our first protagonist, Liu Bei, and his sworn brothers who roam the countryside without an army of their own. What they lack in numbers, they make up for in ridiculously insane CG effects. Especially Guan Yu here, whose CG is the most expensive, as he's the most skilled warrior of all three. Sorry Zhang Fei, there's no budget left for you. But we will smear dirt on your face. Anyway, these three have no ambition aside from serving the Imperial family, who all these warriors fight under in the first place. Well, that is until your boy Don Zhuo usurps the throne from the child heir of the Imperial family, and the homies have to roam the land for allies to stand up against the evil tyrant. But this isn't so simple, as Don Zhuo has a secret weapon, and that weapon is... That's right, the infamous Lu Bu, the man behind so many broken controllers from the PS2 era, to this very day.
It's Lu Bu!
Along the way, Liu Bei and his sworn brothers bump into a very plot-convenient forest witch lady that offers them exotic legendary weapons. And I'm not kidding when I say this, but these weapons literally level up as they defeat more enemies. Yes, just like a video game. Anyway, the homies have to train in the hyperbolic time chamber for a bit before they can receive these weapons. In the meantime, I introduce you to Cao Cao, the biggest troll in this entire movie.
The prosperous and glorious Han Dynasty faces its worst crisis yet. Why are you laughing?
Sitting around and crying like fools. Are you planning to drown Dong Zhuo in your tears?
I think that's the ancient Chinese way of saying, "You mad, bro?" Cao Cao here hates Don Zhuo as much as everybody else does. The difference between him and Liu Bei is that he just doesn't care about the Imperial family. He'd rather rule and bring peace with his own might. His first step in achieving peace is pretending to work for Don Zhuo with the intention of beheading him when his guard is down. Unfortunately, Cao Cao didn't watch Breaking Bad, because Mike's famous line rings true.
No more half measures, Walter.
The way he presented the knife though is pretty smooth, but apparently not smooth enough as Don Zhuo's homie Lu Bu realizes what Cao Cao intended and snitches on him. So one epic chase scene later, Cao is injured, presumed dead, captured, and almost turned in for ransom. Good thing he's a level 100 in reverse psychology.
Do you know how much the bounty on your head is?
Kill me if you want.
But Chen had a change of heart before the execution.
You're a real hero.
who was originally Cao Cao's captor, and Cao Cao himself travel to find more allies together. They run across a village who take them in and provides them shelter.
They're sharpening the knives. You are trouble.
Cut the crap and go get some rope.
But it seems like their hosts have ulterior motives. Oh wait, it was all just one big misunderstanding. Best to apologize to the head of the village for killing his family, right? Well, I didn't call Cao Cao a troll for nothing.
Your family is dead because of me.
Anyway, the three homies from earlier have finally grinded enough experience points to unlock the top tier OP legendary weapons, and they make their way to join the rest of the alliance formed to oppose Dangereux's stealing of the throne.
I'm sorry, but are you members of a lord's regiment? Or stable boys?
The guards laugh them away, and I honestly don't blame them. Zhang Fei over here is looking like the Beastman himself. Good thing Cao Cao lands on the scene and vouches for them. But the roast session doesn't end there.
And what does your family do?
We make straw shoes for a living.
Rough, these guys can't catch a break, but their luck soon changes when one of Dangereux's boys shows up to challenge the alliance. In the end, none of the generals can match. Why does Zhang Fei look like a Oompa Loompa? Anyway, Guan Yu finally makes his way out to challenge Cloud Strife and his Buster Sword. Fatality. This earns Liu Bei and his sworn brothers their own army and rightful place in the war against Dangereux. Things start to hit the fan as the battle commences, and oh my god, that's the Dynasty Warriors theme song from the games. So a bunch of nonsensical yet expensive CG effects later, and we have the long-awaited battle between the Sworn Brothers and the grandfather of all rage quits, Lu Bu. The homies are on the ropes at first, but a few Papa Roach lyrics in, and they send Lu Bu running for the hills.
Cut my life into pieces. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding.
This isn't over.
Once the battle has ended and the Alliance won, Dangereux retreats to fight again another day. Liu Bei and his brothers maintain a strained peace with Cao Cao, as long as he doesn't betray the Imperial family who's now back in charge. But Cao Cao is a pretty honest and loyal individual, so I'm sure it'll be fine. And there's also a bunch of setup for the next movie. I really don't have anything clever to say here to mark the end of things. I love the journey through this movie, but the ending is kinda blue balls. I really expected Lu Bu to at least betray Dangereux, as he does in a lot of other material out there, and go on to form his own army, giving us a crap ton of excitement to see his end in future movies. Unfortunately, Dangereux is still alive, and Lu Bu is still alive, and both parties retreat, thus giving us a very anticlimactic end. But hey, if the games as well as the TV drama have any say in things, then there will most definitely be a sequel, with more ridiculous CG and wire stunts that put even the Matrix to shame. Being honest here, watching Dynasty Warriors kinda sparked my interest in watching the Three Kingdoms show, which more or less covers the material of this movie within the first few episodes of his near 100 episode series. I hope you had fun following along, and don't forget, this is that guy, and I'm out.